I had some very nice requests to show off the East-West Quantum Leap Symphonic Choirs library. So that's what I'm going to go through in this video. Notice how elegant it looks, similar to the Symphonic Orchestra, which it's a good complement to. I got the complete composers collection, so I had those two, plus 5 others. Right now we have alto loaded, and I've changed the microphone to close. I'll show you a little bit about how that makes a difference, and you can mix between them if you so choose. So we have standard key switching here, because for each of these vowels we have different articulations. The human voice is very difficult to simulate, so you have to think in terms of physical constraints if you want to make it sound realistic. I often don't, just in case you do though. So I'll play this. Compare. Let's have all 3 loaded up. This is good for those ethereal. Let's see here. So that's the difference between those, and we can go into the browser. So you'll see right here that there are a lot of different instruments and some for the mouth-ties. WB is Word Builder. Unfortunately, that does not work in Ableton Live, my preferred digital audio workstation, due to a lack of polyphonic aftertouch. So I can't quite get in to enjoy that. Oh, sigh. But for those of you who can, you can do great things. Word Builder can be used to have the choir sing the words you want to. It requires some connection jiggery and trickery, but I've heard pretty cool things used with it. So instead of continuing to wander around, I'll load up some of these programs and I'll play each one. That evolution is important with long samples. Cluster effects are often used to great special effect in movies. Whether it's mystery or horror. I wonder if the mod wheel does anything. Well, yeah, it makes them swell, I think. Made them softer, but I can't make it louder again. That's odd. I don't think that's correct. Let's see if that happens with others. Oh, false. You can make a monkeys. Have a pack of monkeys sing for you at a high price. That can get very creepy very quickly. So let me try with one of these here. Actually, we already did that, I believe. Let's go to the E. And we're going to see if that mod wheel problem still happens. Oh, that sounds fun. Philip Glass style. It was like, it's like, because I'm limited in range there. Otherwise, I would have gone across the whole thing. Well, let's get the full chorus out here. And mod means mod wheel, but the naming of it sometimes seems to be inconsistent. So, let's see. That's bad. So this sounds pretty expressive. That's very nice. Man. Some of these are best used to support soloist vocals. And when you're really orchestrating, of course, you're not going to always play it in block clubs like that. You're going to use different ones to add tonal variance. Imagine what it would be like if instead of John Williams, it was Philip Glass who wrote the music. So you have some solo boy choirs here. Let's see. That sounds almost odd, doesn't it? So this focuses more on the realism aspects. Oh, I don't know why it went back to the browser. I mean, the player. So there's some legato if you slur between notes. I think. Key switching is essential for this sort of thing. Let's see here. Non-pitched, what could that possibly mean? Oh, I see. These are like, but. Just as I guessed, that was good naming. We have tenors. I don't know, they're gonna be like Pavarotti. I haven't tried these before, so prepare for surprises. Oh yeah, they're not soloists there. The only soloists. Okay, so we have different groups and we may mix them. Let's try some of these bass ones. Load that up. One thing I noticed with these East-West, the play engine is I don't play when it's loading a new sound. Otherwise, sometimes horrible clicks result. Let's see if I can actually show you that. And this is why. And sometimes it crashes too. That's really unpleasant. But it's because it's streaming from disk. Let's see. See? You can hear that. It's trying to load and play at the same time. Just a warning. These are the kinds of things where I discover them. And you might not read about them elsewhere, so you find about them through me. Great. Let's go back into... I wish I can interactively ask you what you want to hear, because it's basically the different kinds of ranges. And one more take at the famous theme. I think that's velocity switched. And I also have Voices of Passion. Now, these are complementary in that you get one really versatile American singer, but a lot of the other ones, they focus more on phrases. So if I were to load Bulgaria, and they do mainly are in ethnic, it's sort of around the world how different people sing folk songs, cultural riffs and phrases. So as I load this up, and it takes a fair while because there is a lot involved here. there is going to be tons of, you see where the key switching. And the interface changes. Now, I wish the interface did stay. I know different ones need different controls, but it would be nice. I think there is a way I can use one for the other and swap them around. But anyway, these are the effects. We won't go into that here, but I can play. And the contrast is a bit hard between the orange ones, which are off, and the white ones. I wish they were more like red. And do notice always I have my mastering chain on, so that does boost the sound up a bit, but pretty much that's what you're getting. And I think some of these, they have just phrases like Syria, for example. So it's not so much chromatic, because phrases are useful in that, well, they're less flexible to modify unless you use something like Melodyne, which I don't have. I've been looking into it. Seems to have some advantages over auto-tune on that front. How you can get these, which are, you couldn't program that yet. And when I was a kid, I used to wonder, how do Deep Forest do this? And I watched them press the note, and you hear this gorgeous voice of, is it Marta Sebastian? And if you can look up a song that is the epitome of ethnotronica or electronic music that really respects world culture, I would highly, highly recommend Deep Forest Bohème, Boheme, and Marta's song from that. It's gorgeous. Look it up on YouTube, where we are now. So wow, we got a lot of key switching to deal with. That's so much fun. And there's other ones, so that's good. They're quite versatile. This is actually the first time I've gone into some of these. I don't think we tried the Indian ones yet, or the India. See if they break them up by elements, I think. Let's try that, so we can see what's different here. People liken this to, say, if you listen to the score for Gladiator, that was a very popular one, it had these sorts of sounds. And finally, we're going to end up traveling back the world. 1492, Columbus sailed ocean blue, such and such, at America. And what this offers now is, of course, an American singer, presumably. I don't know what accent, but we can find out. I used this in my recent performance of the John Hopkins Light Through the Veins. That's nice. Oh, that's the wrong note sequence. You bastard. Let's see, gotta get it right. It's catchy. So these things are generally, because I wish there's a more intuitive way to say, okay, it's hard to describe in words, but what articulation is this going to be? Because sometimes I stumble on the wrong one. But that's why these things are mainly for when you're programming instead of playing live. Unless you have sticky notes in the keys or something. And you do hear a fair bit of reverb. These presets have the large church there. can just hear it dry like that. See what room ambiance does add to it. Doesn't have the mixing of the different levels like the choirs, but let's see. And that concludes our hopefully brief tour through some of the sounds in the Quantum Leap from East West Sounds, Symphonic Quarters, and Voices of Passion. I hope you enjoyed.